Hotep, and greetings, African family. My name is Sister Hatshepsut. I want to welcome you to the Temple for Single Black Women and also just talk about the spirit of the single Black woman and the power of meditation. Back in 2012, I was going through a very confusing period in my life where I was transitioning. I began to realize that I've been making some very poor decisions in my life based on where I was at that particular moment. And I wanted to change. I wanted to change my life. I no longer wanted to react or complain or be angry or feel bitter or hold resentment for working a full-time job, being a single mom, taking care of all of the responsibilities alone, and just feeling like, to me, life was a burden. I wanted to do something, so I started to get very, very clear about making a change. I didn't know exactly what change I was going to make or how I was going to respond to the situation, but I knew that I no longer wanted to bust my butt working every single day and not being able to spend time with my child and not being able to fulfill my dreams. And I was always told that, you know, as a woman, you know, sometimes you have to defer your dreams, or sometimes you have to put them on hold so that you can focus on your children. But the one thing I had to realize was, if I don't love myself and if I don't acknowledge my dreams, what's in my woman, what's in my heart, then I will not be an effective parent for my daughter, because how could I teach her those things that I haven't yet applied in my life? And so I heard this beautiful story that changed my life forever. And it's about Aset. This was the first woman, primordial mother from ancient Kemet, which is also called Africa. And this woman, she's so powerful that today she's still revered for her beauty and her strength and her wisdom and her integrity and her healing powers and her ability to transform herself. And she's known as the prima donna, or the Virgin Mary. She had a deep desire in her heart to make a change, to be a woman of influence and a woman of integrity, and to leave a legacy for her son. And she is a legend today. And her power still lingers in the spirit of the single Black mother, because her husband died as a result of murder by his brother Satesh, which is an opposing force of evil. Aset, back in those days, of course, there was no way that she would have known what happened to her husband unless she sat down and she meditated and intuitively connected with herself as a woman, connected with the outside forces in order to receive the message that something was happening to her husband. When she realized that something was deeply wrong, she followed her gut instinct and she transformed herself, and she got the message that her husband had been thrown into a river in a box, and she transformed herself and she adapted to the lifestyle as a maid so she can get closer to her husband. And from that point on, she was able to reconnect with her husband, bring his body back, heal his body. And I'm making the story short so that you can understand that in order for Aset to heal his body, she first had to heal herself. Can you imagine how devastating it was for her to find out that her husband's been murdered? So just like my life back then, just like wherever you are right now, your life may be in shambles. You may not know where to start, but the first thing that you have to do is to reconnect with the spirit of the single Black woman, the original spirit of Aset. Revive her, get to know her, understand her story, and resurrect her within you so that you can become the healer, so that you can become a woman of integrity, of influence, so that you can leave a legacy for your children, so that you can do beautiful and great things here on earth. Even if you start with 5 minutes just to sit and listen to the spirit that is deep within you. Listen to your soul. What is it that you want to do? Understand what you don't want to do, and make the connection from the past to the present so that you can make a powerful decision that will change your future. So please leave your comments below. Please subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video. Dua.